Hello, Year 10s. This is week 14 of lockdown. A huge congratulations for getting to this point. You should be so proud of yourselves. And one final effort before you can finally pack your books away for the summer holiday. So let's get going. Let's start off with a quiz to remind ourselves how much we've learned over the last 2 weeks. Here we go. So taking out a scrap piece of paper or simply in your book, I've got 9 questions for you to answer. And what you can do is you can pause the quiz after each question, just scribble down the answers, and then afterwards you can check to see how you're doing. So, first question, list the fractions of the fractional distillation column as you go down the column. Number 2, describe the properties of the fractions going down the column. Number 3, name 2 processes involved in distillation. Number 4, what is the general formula of the alkanes? Number 5, draw the structural formula for butane. Number 6. Give the name of the alkane with the molecular formula C3H8. Number 7. What is the general formula for the alkenes? Number 8. Draw the structural formula for butene. And finally, describe the chemical test for unsaturated substances like the alkenes. Okay, when you're ready to have a look at the answers and see how you've done, here we go. So as you go down the fractional distillation column, we got bottled gas, we got petrol like octane, naphtha for various chemicals, kerosene, our jet fuel or paraffin, diesel, lubricating oils, fuel oil for ships and our homes, and finally right at the bottom we got bitumen or tar. The second question, describe the properties of the fractions going down the column. So remember we started off, if we thought about bottled gas at the top and bitumen at the bottom of the column, and we used those to help us. So as we go down, we said that the hydrocarbons got bigger. We said because they were getting bigger, their boiling points were increasing as you were going down the column. As you went down, they became less flammable. We think of the bottled gas compared to the bitumen. The volatility decreased, the ability to vaporize decreased as we went down. The viscosity, remember viscosity is the gloopiness increases as you went down, and it also got darker in color as you went down. Okay, and then let's see what we have next. Just put that over the top. So 2 processes involved in distillation is evaporation plus condensation. It should be S-A-T-I-O-N. The general formula for the alkanes is CnH2n plus 2. And the structural formula for butane, remembering each carbon needs to have 4 of these covalent bonds. So we have 4 carbons and we have 10 hydrogens. Okay, the general formula of the alkenes is simply however many carbons you have double the amount of hydrogen, CnH2n. And the structural formula of butane is this one over here. So you've got 1 double bond somewhere in there, and making sure that each carbon only has 4 bonds in total. So at the end, you should have 4 carbons and only 8 hydrogens. And finally, the chemical test for unsaturated substances, like the alkanes, what we did is we added the orangey brown bromine water, and if the substance was indeed unsaturated like the alkenes, the bromine water would become colorless, and that told you that you were dealing with an unsaturated substance. Okay, excellent start. You can now go on to the next video where we have a look at combustion.